How you doing, everyone? We are at Hitch Fit. It is day before Thanksgiving here. Jason Manson, online client, is finishing up his build muscle transformation. Jason started back in May of 2011, 160-pound kid, right around 8.5 to 10% body fat. Today, stepped on the scale at 173 at 6.77% body fat. So we had a gain of muscle of about 15 to 20 pounds of legit muscle since that May start date. So, Jason, here's some pictures from day one, and the viewers will be able to see them too. Take us back to this guy. Not only what you were looking like, but how you were feeling. Let the viewers know, kind of that it wasn't always an easy road.
It definitely wasn't. There on day one, 160 pounds, I had been working out for approximately...
And you're 38 years old.
38 years old. I approximately had been working out for about a year. But like I said, I really didn't know exactly what I was doing. I was going into the gym doing just whatever I could think of, go home and eat my normal meals, and it was getting nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, got hooked up with you. You taught me how to work out, how to eat, and it was a chore to try to put that much food into my body to gain the weight that I needed to gain. And being that size, it just being made fun of all my life for being so skinny, it really made me insecure.
Yeah.
My whole life insecure because I was always that skinny kid.
Yep.
And I wanted to change it.
Yep.
And finally got it changed.
Well, your story reflects so much on my own story. I was a skinny kid as well, so I know firsthand, the insecurity that's behind that. And people calling you chicken legs or calling you, skinny bones or whatever it is. So, I understand that insecurity, and so that's why this story, I think, hits home so much for me and all those, those people that are dealing with insecurities of being thinner, guys and girls, and this story is going to really, inspire them to be more. So through this process, we gained 15, 20 pounds of legit muscle. Tell people how you did it. I mean, how much food were you consuming? How much training? Let's go into detail with that.
It took planning.
Yes.
It took planning because if you didn't keep a routine going and a plan going, it is very easy to fall off track because I had to eat between 5,000 and 6,000 calories a day, and that is just a huge amount of food.
And you're not a 9 to 5 guy. You're not sitting in an office for 9 hours a day. You're traveling 5 days a week.
I work crazy hours. I travel a bunch. I've got to work days. I got to work days, nights, and days. It's never a normal schedule. So weekends I have to prep. I have to prep for the whole week. Otherwise, I'll miss out and get off track. And
you have a family.
I've got a wife and 2 kids to take care of, and it's tough, but you still can. If it's something you want, you can get in there and do it. You can work hard and get it done.
That's amazing.
Workouts would be 5 to 6 days a week. I was eating every 2 to 3 hours from
the minute you woke up.
The minute I woke up to the minute I fell asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Even in the middle of the night, I'd get up and some nights I'd wake up hungry and I'd go get a protein shake in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And it's okay to eat at night before bed too. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to eat too close to bed. If you're eating the right foods, you got to realize you're still burning calories while you sleep. So if you're eating good quality proteins, maybe some vegetables, you're in a good spot there. So obviously you look absolutely amazing, and you've transformed your body. Let's talk about the transformation of your inner self in your life and how that's reflected with your children, with your family.
Before I started all of this, being in construction workers have a tendency to drink a lot.
Yeah.
I was a big drinker. I drank a lot of beer. It would be 30-pack a week easily.
Wow.
My habit was to come home after work, go to the refrigerator in the garage, grab a beer, drink every night till I felt the buzz, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
So then I created a new habit by going to the gym. I still drink a little bit by going to the gym, and then it got to the point where I cut the alcohol out completely and just focused more on eating healthy, hitting the gym, exercising. Feels good to be able to keep up with my kids out in the yard or chase them around the house, and I just altogether feel much better now that I don't drink. I eat healthy, everything feels great. I've got a better outlook on life. I'm more positive towards everything. I've got a better marriage, better relationship with the kids, all because of it.
Oh, that's amazing. So you obviously had a lot of support. Your wife Kelly is always very vocal and positive on the social networks and stuff. She's amazing. What about all the other comments that were coming from, random people, friends, employees, whatnot, because they remember you as this 160-pound kid, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's on the steroids, or he's, whatever. You hear that as a skinny guy when you start gaining weight, and that's just not the truth.
Right, and even though I was getting the comments for being so skinny and then start bulking up, and people make fun of me being so thin, then it turned into they started making fun of me for being so healthy and saying I was addicted to fitness.
Yeah.
So you get both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You get people that support you, you'll get people that bash you, and you just gotta, like you say a lot of times on Facebook, you gotta pick and choose the right people to be in your life. Pick the positive people, and you'll have more positive outcomes.
Yeah. I think when you're transforming your life, you gotta really, like he said, you gotta pick the right people, places, and things to implement into your life. If you have negative things still on your shoulders, you're drinking a 30-pack a week, you're going to the bar, you got negative friends that are trying to pull you down. A lot of times you gotta let go of those negative things, and then once you do, that cloud that's hovering over you turns into sunshine. And you literally have this shine now that is enabling you to just be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So
it helps so much too that my wife is a client of your guys' too, and we both have been doing this together, and it just helps tremendously having that kind of support.
Eat more chicken, eat more protein.
Eat more chicken.
So, what can you tell people out there that are starting at a place maybe that you were at? I'm going to get into here in a little bit the difference between losing and building, but what can you tell people out there that may be starting their journey going, I've always been skinny, I'm insecure about it, what do I do?
Just gotta start. That's the first thing you gotta do, is actually start, and then have the drive and determination to keep going.
Yeah.
Knowing that if you give up, it's gonna be much more difficult to start over again than it is to just continue and push through the battles.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll get into building and losing per se, because when we're losing, you can lose up to 2 to 4 pounds a week depending on how much weight you need to lose. Where in building, like gaining 10 pounds of legit muscle in 1 year is a great year. Losing 10 pounds of fat, you can do that in 2 to 3 weeks. And so people are like, they don't understand how much different I think cutting is to building. So they'll write and they'll say, okay, what are your overall goals? Well, I want to lose 20 pounds and I want to gain 20 pounds of muscle in this 12 weeks. Well, it's not doable. You're set in it. The training is much different. The diet is much different, and the overall goal. So what I tell those people is focus on either cutting or building 100%, and then go into the opposite, the next transformation.
Right.
And that's what you've done too.
Right.
So we started 161, you got all the way up to what, 195, 198?
Yes.
And then we trimmed back down to 173. So, you put on a good legit amount of muscle, then we cut it back down. Now you're just going to, continue the process until you get to exactly where you want to be.
Right.
You look great now.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, Jason, is there anything else that you'd like to share with people about your journey and, to encourage them to be more?
I would just say that anybody can do it. It doesn't matter whether you've got a family, have kids, young, old, traveling. It just doesn't matter. If you really want it, you can do it.
Awesome.
You can work hard and do it. Anybody can.
Awesome. Jason, thank you for sharing your story, buddy.
Thank you.
Very, very proud of you. You're going to inspire a lot of people. So just keep it up and keep in contact with us.
Will do.
Sure.
Thank you for all your help.
All right, guys. So thank you for checking out Jason's transformation. Check out all the transformations at hitchfit.com. Have a healthy and happy day.